Hi, hello. Welcome to Mama Do It Yourself. My name is Cecilia. I'm from Argentina, from Córdoba, but I'm living in Spain 16 years ago. I live in Catalonia, in a little town that is called Sant Pere de Ribes. I have 2 kids. I'm a mom. I have 2 kids. One is called Theo. He have 9 years old, and the other one is called Louis, and he have almost 4 years. He will have an anniversary next week, so we are happy. And I'm a crochet wear designer. I make designs in Spanish and in English. I publish all my patterns in Spanish and in English. So I work a lot with the computer. I'm all day connected. I have my I'm in Instagram. You can find me as mammadiy patterns, and in RAVELRY and mammadiy from Do It Yourself. Okay, so my name is Cecilia Lozada. You can find me also with that name. So welcome to Mama Do It Yourself. Today is August 4. This is my first podcast in English. I decided to start this podcast in English because as you can hear, I need to practice my English. I learned English when I was a kid, but it's a lot of time that I don't practice. So I need to practice a lot because in the future I want to travel, to go to yarn festivals, and to meet you personally. So that's the reason that I decided to start this podcast. And besides, you can know me better in a more personal way. So I will tell you a little bit of my personal story. I am crocheting 25 years ago. Now I have 40 years, but I started crocheting when I was 15 years, since I was a teenager. I started crocheting because in that when I was 15 years old in Argentina, people start to use a lot of crochet. How do you say it? A lot of crochet garments. So I didn't have money to buy it because they were very expensive. So I decided to learn to crochet to my own clothes. And I remember that I bought a book and I start with a book because in that time there was no YouTube and you didn't go to a shop to learn as you can go now. So I can say that I am how do you say it? I'm sorry, I'm gonna look this word in Spanish because I have here the translator. Just prepare, because I want to speak about everything, but I don't know all the words. I tell you, I need to practice my English. Okay, here. Let me see. Okay, I am an autodidact person. I think that it's okay. So I like a lot to try a lot of times until I have the result that I have in my head. So this is my work, experimenting and I investigate a lot. I like a lot the original cultures from all the world, like pre-Columbian from South America and Central America, and also I like a lot Africa, Asia, but most of all from America. That is where I am from. I'm from South America, from Argentina. And besides, I have a lot of mixture from my grandparents. My two grandfathers and my two grandmothers, they were all from different places. So from my father, I have descendants from here, from Spain, from Galicia, and also from Palestine. And from my mother, I have the mixture of from Italy and also from Criollo. That's the way that we called the mixture of people from Spain and original culture from South America. So that mixture is called Criollo. See? So I have a little bit of original culture or aboriginal blood in my body from South America, and I think that I have a lot of influence from all that culture. Okay, so let's start. This is a book that I want to show you. Two books. I have two books to show you. You see? I'm gonna put here so you can see from upstairs. These two books I bought when I went to Mexico. I was there traveling during 5 months before I had my bigger son. So maybe 10 years ago. I was 5 months traveling all around Mexico and Guatemala. So I buy these two books when I was in San Cristobal de las Casas, and I like a lot, and I use it a lot just for seeing, because I like a lot all these kind of pictures. You can buy it if you want. I saw this book in Amazon. It's called Design Motifs of Ancient Mexico by Jorge Enciso. Okay? And this is another one, Designs from Pre-Columbian Mexico, also by Jorge Enciso. If you like this kind of designs, I think that these are the best books that you can buy to have at home. I like it a lot. And I use this book, one picture from this book, to design this top that I have right now. I think that is just around here. This is the picture that I use to make this that you can see here. You see? I made it I inspired in this picture, and I make with the tapestry technique. You see, I put an elastic, a rib, I don't know how to say it, inside the crochet termination here. And as you can see, it's very, very, very comfortable. I like a lot and very fresh. I used this from Feza Yarns. They sent me these samplers to test it and I like a lot. There are 4 skeins with 3 different colors. One, in this case, I received 1 of the pink one, 2 of this one, that is like a mixture of pink and white, and 1 with white. And I use it to make all the, this is what I didn't use, what I doesn't use, you see. There are skeins of 100 grams each one, and it's a mixture of viscosa, I don't know, and cotton. You see, 50 and 50. Very, very, very soft. They are hand dyed, and you can see in the colors. In the pink one, you can see the change of the colors. And I crocheted and it was great. I like a lot. I will try next week to have the crochet pattern finished, because I'm working now in a lot of crochet patterns. So I will try to have it finished for next week. So other project I have, I finished it. This is not mine. This is, let me see, here. This project is from the one from the Pom Pom magazine. Where is it? My Pom Pom magazine. I am not very good knitting because I'm very new knitting. I'm a crochet specialist, but knitting, I'm starting with the knitting. So for me this is a complete, oh, where is it? Ah, here. I'm sorry. From this issue, this is the number, doesn't have a number, but this is the laden tea from Natalie Sayes. I like a lot. I don't knit so much. Now I'm knitting like crazy, but I'm very, very, very new knitting. So for me this is completely new, okay? So you can see that I have a lot of fails. Like here and here are different, but I'm learning, okay? I like it a lot. I'm gonna put it in my Ravelry page as a project, so you will see all the materials that I used, okay? The laden tea. Thanks, Natalie, for this beautiful, beautiful design. Another one that I finished. This is not also by me. This is from Sonia. She is a knitwear designer. Let me see one thing. Yes, okay. Sonia, she is a knitwear designer from Sevilla, Spain. This is called the Leia shawl. Shawl, I don't know. It's beautiful, don't you think? I like it a lot. I made it, I used unique fingering, this one, from Earth Yarns, that I like a lot. they sent me some skins for taste it, and I love it. It's beautiful. And this one is from Pasquali Filati Naturali. They sent me also skins to prove it, to test it. This one is called Forest. That is a mixture of here I have, let me see, Forest, like this one. It's a mixture of 70% wool merino, 15% viscose from bamboo, and 50% cotton. And I like a lot. The texture is great. So the colors are very beautiful, and all these yarns are hand dyed. You see, it's already blocked, so beautiful. And the pattern is not in English, it's in Spanish, but all the stitches are in English. So I think that you can follow this pattern in English also. If you speak English, you can follow also this pattern. So I think it's okay. You can find in Ravelry as Sonia Desmadejada. I will put all the links, okay, so you can follow her. She has beautiful designs, and she's a knit instructor. She's very good, and besides, I like a lot her because she's very sympathetic. I met her personally, and I love her. So, more things. So the next project I want to show you is the alchemy shawl that it's called. This is a collaboration that I made with Agustina in Ravelry. Agustina is her name, and her project is called Le Jardin de Juliette. She's a kniter, a knitwear designer, and we made this collaboration to fusion and mix both techniques, knitting and crocheting. You can see we made a project together that it's called, in English would be like Yarn Alchemist or something like that. In Spanish it's called Alquimia de Hilos, and we are very happy because it was a great first experience. We made this shawl, and we made a workshop, a presential workshop in Sitges in a restaurant during all day in July, and we made it also online. We were all day connecting on streaming by a Facebook group, because in Ravelry we can make it with video. So the pattern and all the video tutorials are already prepared, and we will translate it also in English in a future, maybe for December or January, and we will put it also on Ravelry for all the world. But in this moment we made it only for this workshop. This is a project that was born because we both love knitting and crochet, and for our love to these techniques, and we love to investigate and trying some new things. So the first project is this one, but we will make another one in the future. I hope this project have a long life. So You can see it's beautiful. Okay, so it's finished. Another one project that is finished. I want to show you another one else, but this is in Spanish. No, this no. Yes. This is a simple top, a crochet top. You can see I crocheted last year. It's just that before I was with my yarn shop here in my town, and I was crocheting all day and making a lot of classes and that. But I decided to close the shop because I want to work more online, because I have 2 little kids and I want to spend more quality and more time with them. And I want to travel because I was traveling before have them. Before they were born, I was traveling a lot of time, and I like my nomad way of life. I love it. Now I can make it because I have kids, but I want to travel 2 or 3 times by year, and I'm preparing for that. So traveling, working online, it allows me to make these travelings. So I'm preparing for that, and I want to and besides, the shop takes me a lot of time. That doesn't give me time to prepare the patterns that I want to publish. So now wait. So now, after I closed the shop on March, and now it's August, and it was a lot of time that I need to I need a few months to reorganize again all my life. Working at home to make this beautiful office that I will show you in another video, and to prepare everything to could work online, and doesn't have a shop to open every day and close, and have an inventory and a lot of things. So I was crocheting a lot, and I have a lot of designs, single designs. There are no collection, and I want to publish all these single designs before publish my next collection, that it's called the Maya collection. If you want to see some pictures, I have some pictures on my Instagram feed. It's a collection that is full of colors, but I have all of these designs that are single designs. You can see this is a top. I have another top here that I will tell you in a minute about this one. All are single designs that I have for all my home. And now I'm writing all the patterns, making all the shems, or yes, shems. I think that's the way to pronounce this word. And video tutorials. I am translating also video tutorials in Spanish and in English. That's why I start this podcast in English, to practice a little more, because my English is very, very, very oxidized, and I need to speak all the time to have more words to express myself, and so you can understand me. It's not easy to express in a language that is not yours. So I hope that with more time I have more vocabulary to express myself better. And the pronunciation also is not very good, I know it. I'm conscious of that. So this top will be published maybe next week or in 10 days, and it will be on my Ravelry page and on my Etsy shop in English and in Spanish. Okay, this one is another top. This is the summer crochet top. This is the name. It's a very simple top, and you have the free pattern on my blog. Okay, I will give you the link right here. You have the crochet pattern also with a stem. I don't know. I have to see how I pronounce this, the graphics, this word in English. So it's like this. It's a halter top. Very, very easy to make and to wear. And you can also customize as you like. Maybe you can make the pentagon every row in a different color, and this in one only color. It's very easy to make. So the pattern is already published on my blog, free in Spanish and in English. The crochet summer top, or the summer crochet top. I'm sorry. Okay, another one that it will be published very, very soon is the spiral bag. The spiral bag is made with cotton air. Cotton air is a material that is very, very similar to t-shirt yarn, but better quality. The fabric is here in Catalonia. It's called Casasol. They made this material. You see, XXL, XXL, and this is more fine. So, and also from Jute, natural fiber with color. So but you can make this bag that is like this from one side and like this from the other side. You have two different sizes, or you can repeat the spiral for the other. For here, you can repeat the spiral. It's a bag. It's a boho bag. Very beautiful. Oops. You see this, very, very beautiful. You can have here a lot of things. You see, cha-chan. Okay, so this one will be with videos, also with video tutorial of how to make the spiral, and the pattern will be in English and in Spanish. Next week on my Ravelry page, on my Etsy store, and in the future on my own online shop that I will have on my web. And besides, I'm making also the English web. I had my web on Spanish, but I'm preparing the English web in English. That it would be mammadiy.com. Okay, in Spanish is mammadiy.es, in English will be .com. Okay, another thing I am making right now, I am knitting socks like crazy, because it's very easy to go with the socks to the pool with my kids, and while they are in the pool, I can knit socks, even upstanding. You see, socks. So I was the other day I was looking at the podcast of Tejer en Brooklyn. It's a Spanish podcast, a knitting Spanish podcast, and he was talking about a knitting pattern on Ravelry. I will give you right here the link, a free pattern. So this is not the pattern I made just in stockinette, you can see, but this part I made with that pattern, so it helps me a lot. I have the first pair for my son Theo. He's the bigger one with 9 years old, and I'm making another one that I will prepare the tutorial. It's very easy to make, and the yarn I'm using is from Knit Crate. Knit Crate is a yarn subscription. I'm sorry, it's a monthly yarn subscription. You receive a box with 2 skeins, surprise skeins. You don't know what you will receive every month. Wait a minute. So you don't know what you will receive every month, but the skins are very good quality, and the price is ridiculous. So if you want to subscribe it, you receive 2 skins of high quality yarns and 2 patterns that could be knitting patterns or crochet and knit patterns for a lot of levels. They have a lot of different subscriptions, so you can choose whatever you want, what you like more, and you can cancel your subscription. Oh, this word, I hate it. You can you can cancel your subscription anytime you want. Okay, I will give you a link right here. So for the first month you will have a 20% of discount on your subscription of Knit Crate. Okay, so very good yarns. These I received on July, I think. It's from Vida Lana. Is a mixture of 75% superwash merino, 15% nylon, and 10% cashmere. A fingering weight is from Vida Lana yarns. Every month they work with a different fabric of yarns. And this one, for example, is from La Brevis. It's a marlet sock, 40% merino wool, 40% Peruvian Highland wool, and 20% nylon. And the one that I received on July last month were these ones. Very beautiful color, I like a lot. It's just that right now it's very hot here, so I don't want to knit with with this yarn, because this yarn is Aran or worsted, and it's very hot here to knit with these yarns. But I will make a pair of socks for home with these yarns. These yarns are from Knitology. School Zone is this color. You can see, very beautiful. I like a lot. These are my 2 skins. So remember, I will give you the link right here. So first month you have 20% off discount, and next month on September will be a surprise for you on Knit Crate. So I hope you subscribe. So for these socks I use a pair of needles from Hilla. They sent me this pair of needles to test it. I like a lot. I am, like I told you before, I am a beginner knitter, ¿vale? Knitter. So I don't have too much experience knitting, but I like a lot. This is the message they sent me from Hilla. Thank you very much. but I was knitting with these ones or these ones, wool from Good, and I tried Hija and they are much better, I have to say. The cable is great, I like a lot, and they sent me also a lot of markers, are very beautiful, are very good for me, and a little scissor that is great, I like a lot, and I'm using it. Very good. I like all the presents. Thank you very much to Hija. I think that Heather, she was the person who contacted with me, because I have a free pattern on my Ravelry that is called the ice cream garland. It's a crochet pattern to make an ice cream garland, and now for summer it's great. So you can download as a free pattern on Ravelry. Okay, they share this pattern on their blog, and they contact me and they send me these beautiful needles. Thank you very much. So okay, let's talk about another thing. Okay, next thing I want to talk about. Okay, I have all my finished projects. They are all ready. So now let's talk about my work in progress. Let's go. So this is my work in progress right now. I think that I will finish tonight. This is the Sipila sweater from Caitlin Hunter. I love it. What can I say? I love this sweater. I made it in a summer version, a short with short sleeves. As you can see, I used. I love this. It's beautiful. I made it with Pasquali Filati Naturali. I am using the Nepal from Pasquali Filati Naturali. For this one, I use 3 skein of natural of undyed and 1 skein of green. Yes. And each skein have 50 grams. Okay, and 180 yards, I think. I will see later. I will put the link to this. I will put it on my Ravelry page, okay, as a project. So you will see all the yarns I made and everything. I like a lot. I learned how to make short rows for the back. For here, so it's great. It's a great pattern to learn things that you don't know. I learned to make this. You see, it's like I don't know how to say in English, because the pattern is in English and Spanish. I am learning to knit in English. I follow a lot of pattern in English, but for this one I use the Spanish version. So it's like a reversible finished or something like that. I like a lot. It's a very easy way to finish your knitting projects. Very beautiful. The Sipila sweater on short sleeves. I made the XS size or size 2. Very good. So next project on progress, work on progress. I don't have too much work on progress because since I made last podcast, it passed a lot of time. So all this I shown you, where it's supposed that they must be my work in progress, but I finished it. I finished all this. And so now I'm working on braiding patterns. So I'm all day on the computer braiding all the patterns and making the graphic and the schemes. So I am not working too much crocheting or knitting. I'm making things for me and my kids. So well, yes, I have a work in progress. This one is, I will show you the finished one, that is called the Poncho Emily Poncho. It's a poncho that I publish the pattern with a collaboration with 42 designers. We make like a bundle with 42 designers of crochet and knitting and macrame also. Here on everyone were on Spanish language. So we made this collaboration thanks to Per Knitter from here, from Spain also, and to the Sewing Box Mag, that it's a magazine that you can buy it online also in English and in Spanish, and they have the online version and also as a magazine. I have a magazine here, I will show you. Okay, let me see. Where is it? Have a lot of magazines. Here. Okay, this is the last one, the Sewing Box Magazine 5. You see, this is the no, it's not the last one, because now they have the Sewing Box Magazine 6. This is the 5th one. I have to buy the 6, the number 6. So here you can find a lot of different people that crochet, knit and sew. You see, and you can find a lot of different designers. Knits Please from UK, also Studio Snow Pup, a lot of things. You have a lot of crafts to do and a very interesting magazine. I have all numbers, all of them. You see, and they make this collaboration with a lot of with 42 designers of Spanish language, and I made this poncho for this publication, for this bundle. You see, everyone have a different pattern to publish. I made this one, the Emily Poncho. So I will publish it on September, because I have to wait 6 months to publish the pattern for everybody. So on September it will be ready in English and in Spanish for all people who want to buy it. So I'm making another Emily Poncho because Earth Yarns, that is this one, I don't know if you can see it, Earth Yarns, that I like a lot, these yarns. They tell me to crochet another poncho on their materials, on their yarns. So I choose this colorway that I like a lot. I will show you. It's like an autumn colorway. You see, I have this, then this one, then the orange, the red one, or rubia. I think that is called rubia, this one, and this one. I made these colorways. I choose these ones, colors, to make the Emily poncho. You see? And this is the harvest fingering, it's called. And here I have the colors. I don't know if it's the name. Yes, cinnamon, black grape, rubia, blackthorn, and let me see which more, oleaster. I don't know in English the pronunciation. Oleaster. So I choose these 5 colors. They send me the yarns. I'm crocheting this poncho to send them, so they will go to the International Yarn Festival with this poncho, like a sampler. And in September this pattern will be published, so you can crochet it. Great. And I will make from this one I will make also a sweater version, because I was thinking about it. I like a lot, so I will make a sweater version from this poncho, like a circular sweater but with crochet, because I am knitting a lot, because I felt that I was a little limited for crochet. So in my investigation I am knitting a lot to learn some things that you don't find for crochet. And I am trying to adapt all this knowledge, this new knowledge that I am acquiring, to crochet. So I hope that is in my next designs you can see what I have learned from knitting, but in crochet. Okay, for crochet. I don't know. Okay. So this is my work in progress. What else? Okay, now I will show you what is my next project. I have next projects. Let's go. Okay, and what you can see here is my illustration notebook. Okay, it's not full of illustration because I'm starting with them now that I have more time and to stay at home. So I'm making a lot of pictures. You see, this is a blouse that I already have crocheted. Now I will publish the pattern also in August. I don't know the date, but I just made things. I don't know. And they are also my sons, my kids' pictures. They are so beautiful. So, and I have this is like sketching, very simple sketching to make circular sweaters or jerseys. I have like this prepared, so it's more fast to make a simple design. This is what I'm preparing right now. These are the measurement from Theo and Louis, my 2 kids. So I am preparing 2 sweaters for them, circular sweaters in crochet with this is the one that is the original one that I made it for me, and now I'm preparing the same sweater for kids. So I want to be which is the maths, the mathematics too, so you can make sweaters for all family. And I made these 4 pictures, these 4 illustrations for them, for the sweater. Maybe will change while I'm crocheting, but this is the illustration. I made the same one with different colors. So they choose because they love that I crochet or knit for them. So I like that they choose the yarns that they want to their sweaters. And the little one, Louis, that it's very funny. He wants this one that is with a little of pink with turquoise, and this one that is called no, this one, I'm sorry, this one. And I will use, for Louis, I will use yarns from Pasquali Filati Naturali in a in a sport yarn weight. So this is from Pasquali Filati Naturali, and it's called Alpaca Fino, Alpaca Fine, from baby alpaca. It's so soft. I can't believe how soft is this yarn. For Louis, he chose this, and one from Malabrigo, and this one, and one that is from Malabrigo in a sport yarn weight also. I have there, so from Malabrigo, because they don't have in this pink like this one. And for Theo, that is the bigger one, he have 9 years old. He choose a mixture between this and this. So he choose also from Pasquali Filati Naturali, he choose Pinta. That is a mixture of 60% wool, 20% silk, and 20% rami from vegetal origin. It's a vegetal fiber. I like a lot this yarn. I use this yarn for other designs. I like a lot. It's so beautiful, and the colorway is beautiful also. You can see it. He chose these colors. He's more serious than Louis, so that's why I made this and this one, because I was sure that he will choose this or this. So this is the you can see here. This is what I will crochet for them. I will use tapestry technique, but in a very particularly way that I am preparing for the next yarn festival here in Barcelona. You see, I have more pictures around here. Just that I don't want to show you. Look, this is the the Poncho Emily pattern in Spanish. Now I have to translate it on English. So, and this is a pattern also I have prepared. This is a big pattern of my Chalolé that will be ready for also for autumn. Will be published on English and Spanish for everywhere, because I made a cal with the ole shawl, and now on autumn will be published for all people in a pattern price. So this is my work right now. I'm preparing a workshop. Wait. So I'm preparing a workshop for the for the Barcelona Knit Festival. The Barcelona Knit Festival will be, wait, that I will look here on, I want to say everything about the Barcelona Knit Festival. This will be the first yarn festival here on Spain, on Catalonia, in Barcelona, would be in Barcelona. I will go with the Pasquali Filati Naturali. They invite me to make a workshop with their yarns that I like a lot. So I decided to make a workshop with the color. Wait, here. Barcelona Knit Festival. Aquí está. Okay, this will be a yarn festival that would be on 17 and 18 of November. Would be here in Barcelona. It will come a lot of hand-dyed yarns. A lot of people that make hand-dyed with the yarns, and also will be instructors like for example Joji Locatelli. She's a knitwear designer, I'm sure that you know her. Will be also Vera Balimaki. Will be also Mola Mills, she's a crochet designer. Will be also Julie Knits in Paris, I like a lot her work. Will be Isabel Kramer, I can't believe it. But the workshop that she would make will be at the same time that I will be with my workshop. So I'm so glad. But I buy my participation on Joji workshop and on Vera Malimaki workshop, because I want to learn a lot about knitting. And this will be my workshop. It will be about color work with crochet color work. I will talk about different ways that original cultures like to use the color to express themselves, and with the textile art. Then I will talk about different ways to combine colors to have harmony, combining colors. And also we will make a demonstration with a pattern that will be mittens, a part of mittens, because 3 hours I don't have too much time to make more things. And I want to show different ways to work with crochet in with different stitches, and with the same stitch in variables, well, I don't know. So how if you combine the stitches in different ways, you can have different results in the colorway. So this will be my workshop. I hope it would be interesting for everybody. It would be in Spanish, but that's why I'm learning. I am practicing my English, because in the future I want to make it also in English, not only this workshop but also more. And so I hope you come to the Barcelona Knit Festival, and I hope we can meet each other. I want to meet a lot of yarns of people that make their own yarns, and I am full of expectation about this festival. So I'm sure that there will be a lot of podcasters, knitters, knit podcasters and crochet podcasters in Spanish, in English and in all languages, and I hope we can meet there, all of us, and have maybe a dinner or something like that. Would be great. So this is all right now. I think that I don't have more things to talk about. I hope you understand my English. I know it's not so good, but I hope that in the future I have more practicing a lot, my English could be better. So thank you very much for being here. Subscribe please to my YouTube channel here, and you can see my video tutorials. I don't have too much, but I have a very interesting one that you can see down here. So they are in Spanish, but it's easy to follow. Okay, see you there. Bye bye.